Hey crafters, I'm back to show a technique that I used on a 4x6 card that I made for Christina with Crafty Paws. And Jen Evers had left a comment that it looked a little difficult. Jen, it's not difficult. I'm going to show you right now. The things you're going to need are a stamp. I had a solid stamp last time. This time I used a stamp that is mostly solid with a few little empties in there, and you'll see why. You need your paper, your embossing buddy, your inks. I'm using Tim Holtz Distress Seedless Preserve, Salty Ocean, and Mustard Seed. I'm using my PearlEx. I can't see worth a darn, so to me this is just purple, blue, and yellow. You're going to need paintbrushes, one to dab on the PearlEx, one to brush it off. You're going to need some glue. You're going to need your hairspray because PearlEx doesn't have a fixative in it. So to make it stick and not rub off anymore, you just use hairspray over it. And then you're going to need either your glitter or your, what is that? I forgot the name of it. It's the, oh gosh, flocking. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm really losing it. Okay, so you're flocking. Okay, so what you start with is you use the embossing buddy on your paper, whatever paper, your cardstock, whatever it is. I'm just using scrapbooking paper right now. But if you're using cardstock, your cardstock, oh, Versamark. This is what I use in the very, very beginning. Because I'm using the Distress inks, I don't think I'm going to need it on this, but I use this even when I don't need it. So first layer is going to be your Versamark, okay? Then I'm going to use the Distress ink, and I'm using, what is that? Seedless Preserve for the body and a little bit outside the body. And you know what? I'm being kind of picky with this, but on the other ones, I just made sure that the flower was colored and the leaves were green. Pretty simple. And I'm going to put this yellow on the outside because I don't want this getting contaminated with the blue. Then I'm going to put the blue on the inside. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little spray, and I'm going to put it down on my paper. Just going to give it a second just to soak in the colors. Okay, and this is what we have so far. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with my PearlEx, and I'm just going to hit the edges of all these with the colors that coordinate. Okay. And don't worry about brushing it off just yet. Let's see, this is the blue. And you use very, very little for this project, very little. But like I said, remember that this doesn't have a fixative in it. Gosh, I don't remember the name of the other stuff. Perfect Pearls. That's it. Perfect Pearls. Perfect Pearls does. PearlEx does not have a fixative. So that's why you need the hairspray. And I heard the cheaper the hairspray, the better the binding. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so now I've got all this powder on there. I'm going to take my bigger paintbrush and I'm going to sweep this off. I'm going to sweep this into the trash. Just a minute. Okay, now I don't know if you can see this, and I apologize, my light's not working very well. And I don't know if you can see that shine, that sheen on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cheap hairspray, and I'm going to spray it indirectly. Okay. All right, so I'm going to give that a minute just to dry. Okay, so these I don't need. Oh, this I do. Okay, so I'm using this little pick-me-up tool. I'm using the end. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this side here because I've tried this before. I've had to do this video like 3 times because I keep messing up. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit of glue on the side there. And then use a little stick. I can't remember what I did with my stick. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I'll just use this little pick-me-up. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm getting the glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue in these areas here that are empty. See these little areas? There. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up some glue. And I am just going to drag it. Let me do this upside down so that the bulk is on the bottom. Just drag it down. And you know what? This doesn't have to be perfect because nature is not perfect. Nature is not perfect. And I'm not perfect, so I am going to just do it as best as I can. And then, you know, when you're videotaping, that's when everything happens. When it's not supposed to happen that way, that's when it happens that way. Okay, and it doesn't have to be solid. Okay, it can be streaky. All right, now, what I'm going to do, let me clear this glue off. Okay, I'm going to open this flocking. And I need a piece of paper on the bottom. Maybe not. Okay, I'm going to just loosen this flocking up a bit. And then I'm going to pour it on there. Okay. And I'm putting it pretty liberally because I want it to stay. I want it to stick. So this is real time, Jen. Okay, this is real time. This is not, I don't edit my videos because I can't on the tablet. Every time I stop the video, it restarts the whole thing. I just hope I've been in frame. Oh my goodness, I hope I've been in frame. Okay, so I take a paper, copy paper or computer paper, and I just kind of lightly rub it over the areas where I've put the flocking. And that's just so the flocking will embed itself in the glue. Okay, then I turn it over and I empty the flocking onto the paper. And I use the paintbrush to lightly remove any of the other flocking that did not stick to the glue. Just very lightly, because you don't want to take the flocking off of the butterfly. And then you just put it back in the little jar. All right. And so there you have it. So you have a butterfly that has color. It's got the sheen. You can see that sheen right there. It's got the sheen and it's got texture with, and I'm touching it very lightly. You can touch the flocking on it. So it gives it dimension. And it actually is very, very nice. Feels very, very nice. So there you go, Jen. Hopefully you see how easy this is. It took me less than 10 minutes to do a butterfly. It took me even less than that to do the flowers. So this is a really, really easy technique. You can do it on a big scale. You can do it on a small scale like I did, but you can see it's very, very quick and easy and not difficult at all. Okay, thanks. Bye.